Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another installment of the Kings of the South podcast and NFC South podcast. We are your hosts, Corey, Vereen, and that man right there, the immortal, the legend, the man who has endured more in his lifetime than just about any other sports fan I know.
Yep.
Mr. Thomas Hodges, how you doing today, man?
Hey man, I'm doing good, man. Losing two Super Bowls in my lifetime as a Panthers fan, that's tough alone. 1-15, that was really tough. But 1-12 right now, on pace to have the worst record in NFL history at 1-17. I'm sorry, 1-16, 1-16. Sorry. Yeah, I'm struggling, man. We are a dumpster fire in Carolina, man.
Yeah, you really are.
Yeah.
As much as it saddens me, it also brings me delight. But it does make me sad because I know what uh, football means to the city of Charlotte and the state of North Carolina and
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina. I don't really care about South Carolina, if I'm being honest. I
No.
don't care. South Carolina sucks. It stinks.
That's why training camp's gonna be in Charlotte next year.
Yeah. They're pissed off about that too, but I don't want to drive to no damn
Go to
spot
Bank
in
of
Vegas.
America Stadium.
It stinks in South Carolina. It stinks.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yep.
roads are awful. The people are worse. I don't want to go on a tangent about uh how much I hate South Carolina, but yeah. Anyway, uh let's break down the games that we had last week, buddy. We both seen better days.
Yeah. Y'all
uh
better, well, us better than y'all. I mean, y'all actually played a close game. We did not.
the game he referring to, folks, is the Carolina Panthers went on the road to New Orleans and well, there's no other way to put it. They got their ass absolutely whipped.
Mm-hmm.
They got whipped. Final score 28-6.
Yep.
Uh, to say Bryce Young had a rough outing is being kind. He,
Worst game of his career.
yeah, and
Yeah.
not just like
13
stat
of
wise.
36.
Yeah, and we're not just talking about stat wise, folks. Like we're not gonna be like, oh, he didn't pass for 300 yards. He had a rough game. No, if you watch that game, there's some throws he missed,
Mm-hmm.
and it's some times where he got hit and he got shell shocked, and he was like, I'm not getting hit again. So I'm not gonna hang in the
Yeah.
pocket as quickly as I should. I'm gonna try to run, try to make something happen on my own. Because hell, if I don't make it happen, who the hell gonna make it happen in Carolina? So
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of hero ball, and when you throw in the fact that your offensive line was getting, ran through like Swiss cheese, you know what I'm saying? Getting ran through like the Kardashians at the NBA All-Star game. Uh it's yeah, it's not a good recipe for success, man.
No.
Just
No,
briefly,
not at all.
just briefly, how do you feel about it, buddy? I know, besides the, obvious.
Yeah. I mean, it's not one thing to mention too, the receivers dropping passes constantly on Sunday was just downright embarrassing. Um, and it's the hardest season I've ever gone through as a fan. I mean, when we went 1-15, the year we drafted Cam Newton, like after, we went 1-15 before we drafted him. Um, I felt like there was things to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
As
Mm-hmm.
we've stated on this podcast and on our talks on the phone, I don't have a lot to look forward to this offseason. Like, I mean, besides who do we hire as GM, who do we hire as coach,
Oh, wait, wait,
I'm
wait,
ready for the
wait,
season to be over.
let's not put the cart before the horse, buddy. Fitter's still there.
He's getting fired. He's getting fired. There's no way. David Tepper can read the room. He could read the room about Frank Reich. He can definitely read the room about Scott Fitterer.
But he actually likes Scott Fitterer. You know,
Uh, well, apparently he really liked Frank Reich too, because he wouldn't have hired him over Steve Wilkes if he didn't.
well, he liked the aspect of putting Frank Reich with uh Bryce Young, but he on a personal level, he likes Scott Fitterer. He trusts Scott Fitterer. Will that be a detriment to
Tomato,
the team?
tomato.
Probably, probably.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm ready for the season to be over, man. I don't give two f's about these games anymore. It's so disheartening because I love football and I most of all love the Panthers. It's so disheartening that I don't even watch the games on Sunday anymore. I never do that. I've been through some horrible seasons. This is the worst. I don't even watch the games on Sundays. I will pop in and out just to catch a couple of drives here and there, but I don't watch the game like I used to. And it's just disheartening because this team, I had high hopes, and we'll talk about that later on. But I had high hopes coming into the season, and needless to say,
yeah,
uh,
it didn't work
didn't
out for
meet
the
my expectations.
it didn't work out for the best, buddy.
No,
You
not at
know,
all.
speaking of speaking of, not playing up to expectations, my Atlanta Falcons got beat at home.
Yeah,
Uh, I believe the final score
tough
was
loss.
28 to 23, I believe. If I'm not
Let's
mistaken.
look.
I try to block it out from my memory. I think it was 23 to 28. Um, yeah, anything that went wrong, man.
Yeah,
Desmond Ridder throwing interceptions. A couple of them got called back due to penalties. He got saved with that. Bijan Robinson only getting 10 touches, 10 rushes.
yep.
That's also not ideal.
29-25.
29-25, close, close. Uh, you know, um, I had a lot of time to sit and think, man. Because you remember when we spoke on the phone, I was like, fire everybody, fire Arthur Smith, get him out of here. I don't want him.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I had some time to think, I had some time to go over stats. Some things jumped out at me. Did you know there's only two teams in the NFL that has more 400-yard games this season than the Atlanta Falcons? Only two. The Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. That's it.
Yeesh.
So offensively, we're moving the ball. We can't score in the red zone. Most majority of that is due to turning the ball over, which uh, is a shame because we got all the firepower that we would need. Now, is it a completed project? No, we need another receiver, and I'm pretty sure that'll be addressed in the offseason.
Yeah.
But it's there, man, and going by reports of from every reputable Atlanta-based reporter, they're saying Arthur Smith, barring collapse, is coming back next year, and I tend to agree with them. Now,
Yeah.
will the rest of his staff come back? Hell no. There's no reason for TJ Yates to be a wide receivers coach. Sorry, TJ.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
UNC legend. I respect you, but
I'm an NC State guy.
you I don't want that. Dave was on. I'm sorry, buddy. It's time for you to go too, man. The fat lady
Yeah.
singing on y'all, man.
Who's your offensive coordinator? Arthur Smith?
Yeah, Dave Ragone, but Arthur Smith is calling the plays. So maybe
Well, we've seen how that turned out in Carolina.
maybe get a real offensive coordinator and which that can, help with the passing game concepts. Because like I said,
Yeah.
I like Arthur Smith as a coach. I like what he does with the run game. I like how he holds all the players accountable. But our passing game leaves a lot to be desired, and
Hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of what, it's time, Ritter. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't believe that Arthur Smith is gonna hitch his wagon. You know, because by the
not for
grace of
another
God,
season.
yeah, by the grace of God, he's getting another year. There's no way he's hitching his wagon to Desmond Ritter.
The only way I could see you guys hitching your wagon to Desmond Ritter going in next season is if down this stretch of games to end the season, Desmond plays better to the point y'all get in the playoffs and y'all actually win the division. Um, I think if he plays well and y'all get in the playoffs, I think he could be your quarterback next year.
No, it's gonna have to take us getting into the playoffs and winning a playoff game in which he plays well, in which he wins us the game. That's what it's gonna take. Could it happen? Yeah, it could. Do I anticipate it happen? Hell no. But
Yeah,
yeah, enough about our underwhelming team. Let's talk about the winners of the day.
yeah,
Let's talk about the Bucks. The Bucks was playing a pretty bad game. They got even though they got the W, they got outgained in yardage almost 2-1. Uh,
yeah. Baker struggled.
yeah,
I mean, he
until
threw two touchdowns, but he only threw for 144 yards.
yeah,
Y'all shut down Mike Evans. That was shocking.
yeah, AJ Terrell, man, all
Shocking.
pro, all pro. But what the key to them sustaining drives and moving the ball and scoring touchdowns was we were already without David Onyemata in the game, and Kentavious Street went out. And once that happened, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers decided to take us to Pound Town.
Hmm.
They just pounded the ball up and down the
They ran for
field.
over 140 yards.
Yeah. And the majority of it came in the fourth quarter, third and fourth
Hmm.
quarter. Yeah, they imposed their will on us in the run game, and we don't have the bodies.
Hmm.
Grady is out with the ACL. There was no Anyamata. Kentavious Street was out. So we were playing Taquan Graham and Albert Higgins.
I don't know who the hell it is.
Albert Higgins as our defensive tackles, and it was so bad we were subbing in Zach Harrison to rotate them to give them boys a breather on the inside. So the Bucks played a good game. There's a three-way tie with the in the NFC South, which we are the butt of every NFL joke right now. The NFC South. They're like people are saying like, "Damn, bro, who won it? Who wants to win it? None of you guys want it." And
This
we're
happened
like,
last
"Oh."
year.
Yeah. Let's shout out to Baker, comeback player of the year. Shout out to Dave Canales. I think he gets a bad rep for what he's doing, and but that offense is good. The
Hmm.
defense is good too. Antoine Whitfield is having a "fu pay me" season, and
Hmm.
y'all better pay him or somebody else will. It's
Oh yeah,
and but
he does not need to hit the market.
but good luck paying him because y'all are pretty poor in the off season. So who knows?
We'll see.
Yeah, let's talk about the Saints real quick, man.
Yeah,
Derek Carr played like trash,
yeah. And
and
what
he
frustrates
still
me even more, we ran for over 200 yards in that game. That's the one thing I'll take from that game that I was actually proud of. It's the first time this year we've actually ran the ball well. In fact, the last two games, both against divisional opponents, last week against Tampa, we had our first 100-yard rusher of the season in Chuba Hubbard. And then on Sunday against the Saints in New Orleans,
Mhm.
Miles Sanders ran for over 70 yards. Chuba Hubbard ran for over, I think, 80 or 90 yards. And then Bryce Young had over 20 yards rushing. We ran for over 200 yards combined between the three of them.
Mhm.
And yeah, man, you would think a team that ran for over 200 yards would not lose a game, but we got our asses kicked.
Yeah, that's secondary, man. The Saints secondary is legit, even
Yeah,
without Marcus Lattimore. You got
they got
Alontae
some
Taylor,
some
my
dogs
guy.
back there.
Yeah, my guy. They got Paulson Adebo. They got former journeyman who's probably gonna stick around for a while. Isaac, was it Gideon?
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
He I
Tyrann
think he
Matthew.
I think he leads the team in interceptions this year. He should be a Pro Bowler, if I'm being honest. He should be a Pro Bowler. Now defensive line, I don't think they're good outside of Carl Granderson. Uh, well, I like Brissett too. I don't know. They're guys. They're not.
Brian Bressee's had a good season.
They're not stars, but they're solid players. So I'll take that. But I
Yeah.
apologize, New Orleans fans. I like your D line. They're good. Um,
Yeah.
and it don't help that they're playing one of the worst offensive lines in the league. So stat pattern,
Yeah. Not at
everybody.
all.
Stat pattern. So
Yeah. I mean they played a solid game. I can't even pretend like they got lucky. I mean they whooped our tails and our receivers couldn't do anything. I mean, this is coming off of a game where the week before, Mingo had a career game um against Tampa, and this week against New Orleans, he just could not do anything. So they have depth at corner, so that's good for them. Especially if they have to move on from some guys in the secondary in the offseason because we know they're tight on cap.
tight
So
on
we'll
cap
see
is
what
an
happens with that.
understatement, buddy. That's an
Yeah,
understatement.
yeah, massive understatement.
Yeah.
Um, you know, um, Chris Olave and them doing what they need to do. No Taysom Hill in this game, no Michael Thomas, but it didn't matter.
Don't matter.
It also didn't help that we turned the ball over multiple times. So
Yeah.
they had good field position on a couple of possessions. So they also blocked a punt.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
So yeah,
Damn. Yeah, that was an ass whooping in all three phases, man.
yeah. The only thing we did good at on Sunday was running the ball. That was it. And Derek Brown had a hell of a game. I want to give a shout out to my boy Derek Brown, who I hope we give an extension to in the offseason. So we don't have another Brian Burns situation. Um, he had 10 tackles, a couple of pressures. He had an interception and a quarterback hit, some tackles for loss. He played like a man possessed. There's a couple plays where he blew up in the backfield and slammed Alvin Kamara like a rag doll,
Yep.
which is not easy to do because Alvin Kamara, believe it or not, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Derek Brown, man, shout out to him for balling and being the one bright spot to our defense.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. With that loss, we dropped to 1-12 and
1-12.
lose the season sweep to the Saints. My
Yep. After
Falcons,
sweeping them last year.
yeah. My Falcons split with the Bucks. Enough of last week. Let's talk about this week. The part two, the Battle of I-85.
Yeah.
Atlanta,
The
Charlotte.
blackout's coming. The
Atlanta,
blackout's
Carolina,
coming.
and Charlotte. That is a game that I will be attending in person. I'm taking my father-in-law. It's his first NFL football game, and we're gonna go. We're gonna have a good time. I expect to get a little wet. It should be raining, but
Yeah.
the tickets are
Good
paid for,
luck.
folks. So we're going.
Yeah.
you know,
Have fun.
hey,
I'll be watching from home.
I feel it.
It's sad
So
that I don't even want to go.
you
And
know,
tickets are like $10.
yeah, like I saw somewhere like the upper deck seats were selling for like 45 cents. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, damn, that's Great Depression prices, man. That's prohibition prices. Like,
Yeah, bro. It's
yeah,
bad. Like
it's
I just don't
um,
want to go. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I probably will tune into this game just because it's Atlanta versus Carolina, and there's some animosity between the two teams, and obviously our friendship is based on Falcons-Panthers.
yeah.
But the more exciting news to this game,
Mhm.
we're going back to the black helmets, which I love
Mhm.
that uniform, the all black.
Last time
We're
you
one to
wore it,
know. We're one to know in the all black
yeah,
core. You
yeah,
remember who we
last
beat
time you
last
wore
year?
it, you kicked their asses, and that's because we had Marcus
Yeah,
Mariota. Uh,
Yeah.
ho-
Hopefully Desmond
hopefully,
Ritter has a Marcus Mariota
I
performance.
hope not, but he's on the path.
Yeah.
He is on the trajectory. Hopefully, he doesn't. But
Hey man, this could be a new trend. Maybe we switch to the black helmet permanently. I think we should because I think it looks great.
yeah, definitely,
Um,
it is pretty sweet. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, it's
But
one of the best remake helmets they have in the NFL. But yeah, all black, blackout weekend, blackout Sunday in Charlotte, and hopefully this is the coming out party for Bryce Young. I hope this is the best game he has all year. I hope.
um, it's not gonna happen.
Hey
Uh,
man, well okay, just
only because our secondary is the strength of our team right now. Our D line
yeah.
is not good. Contavious Street is
We're
already been ruled out. Davion Yamada may not play, so I anticipate Carolina running the ball.
a lot.
Um, so
Question:
yeah,
How's your offensive line looking for this game? Because Derek Brown is coming off of a career game and he heating up, man. He's playing angry.
it looks like everyone will be back. Um, but that don't mean much to me because everybody was healthy the first time and Derek Brown kicked his
Y'all
ass.
struggled against
Uh,
Derek Brown and Brian Burns.
yeah, so we'll see. Carolina always plays this stuff. I don't know why people think like, oh, they're 1-12, they suck. Like, yeah, they suck, but the
Yeah.
defense don't suck.
No, defense is not the problem. It's the
Uh,
offense.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all helped Derek Carr to like 36 yards passing until the fourth quarter. So
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. So
I'm not going in it like with an in-depth, you know,
analysis.
preview. Yeah, I'm not doing that. We did the last time. We had more hope. We were more hopeful last time. We were both
Yeah.
0-0. Uh,
Yeah. Who would have thought this is where we would end up
yeah,
come week 4 or 15, week 15.
yeah,
It's crazy to think we only got a few more weeks left.
yeah. No. I'm just gonna say Atlanta wins 2017. That's it. That's all I got.
I'm gonna say, you know, I've been going against my team for weeks now. Actually, for a couple months now. I ain't picked Carolina in any game except for the Titans game. I had picked us in most recently, and we lost that. So, uh, Bank of America Stadium, all black uniform, biggest rival, Atlanta Falcons. I'm gonna say Carolina wins 24-20. I think we get a couple of rushing touchdowns. I think Bryce will have a touchdown pass, and then we'll kick a field goal.
I respect it. Like I said, I can't get mad at it because
Yeah,
we haven't
I'm
played.
going out on a limb here, man. Look, we're 1-12. What
Hey,
else do I
you
have to
gotta
lose?
shoot your shot. It don't matter.
I'm just saying, man. This is the last podcast of the year where we get Atlanta versus Carolina.
That's true. Um, with the rest of the South, New
I don't know who
Orleans.
Tampa's playing.
Wait, let me get to New Orleans first. New Orleans at
Go ahead.
home against the Giants. We don't have to talk about that either. I anticipate New Orleans winning, but
I don't know, man.
I know
Tommy DeVito.
Danny's son.
He's
Um,
looking good.
it can go either way. It's a toss up. It's a toss up. But whoever
I'm
wins,
gonna
the final score gonna be 17-14. It's not gonna be nothing crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be low scoring with the way the Giants defense has been playing lately. And um they've had great success running the ball lately with Saquon and DeVito.
Mhm.
Um yeah, I'm gonna go. That's tough. I'm gonna go New Orleans. I'm gonna go New Orleans just because I think they're the better team all around.
Yeah.
But I would not be shocked if the Giants won. I'm gonna go. I don't know. I think the Saints can score 24 points against the Giants. I think they're good enough with Olave and Kamara. Yeah, I'll say 24-17.
The only reason why I didn't go that high because New Orleans offensive line sucked.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
the Giants pass rush has been heating up as of late. So
Yeah.
I be honest, it sounds kind of shitty to say. Forgive my language, folks. This is a game Derek Carr get knocked out the game. This is a game he gets put on the bench.
I hate how he keeps on getting knocked out and then he'll play the next week. Like, dude, you need to sit. You need to sit out.
He playing with broken ribs, man. Like, what are
Yeah,
you doing?
and you're costing your team. Like, okay, y'all got lucky against Carolina. If we could have just been able to score in the red zone a couple of times, we would have won. But
Yeah. All right. Tampa Bay at Green Bay. I got Green Bay mainly because I'm salty. I said it, folks.
yeah,
I said it.
Green Bay shouldn't have lost on Monday. Green Bay should have won.
That defense. I don't want to talk about their defense, but they spent the most first round picks on defenders and
Y'all got
that
lit up by
squad.
Tommy DeVito. Ugh.
Yeah, I got
That
yeah. You got anything on this game? You got anything for it?
Key to the game is definitely going to be the quarterbacks. I mean, which quarterback's going to have more success throwing the ball? I mean, Jordan Love over the last month and a half has been one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He struggled on Monday, but there was some bad weather in New Jersey. And Giants' defense is a lot better than people give him credit for. Um, Tampa, they're not that great defensively.
No.
Desmond Ritter, even though he didn't play well, he played well enough to score some touchdowns against them. So I would say this game, I'm going to go 31-24 Green Bay. If it was in Tampa, I'd pick Tampa, but it's in Lambeau Field. It's in December. It's going to be cold. Mike Evans is coming off of his worst performance of the year, and I think they're going to do everything they can to shut him down and make Baker look elsewhere.
I'm with it.
So
Like I said, I'm salty. They beat us at home to grab a share of the lead. So I hope the worst for them, but I'm
yeah,
expecting them to win possibly. So it is what it is. All right, folks. It's been almost almost 2 3 months since we done this.
yeah,
It's time, man. A lot of down bad things have happened. A lot.
yeah.
A lot of things
You
have
know,
happened.
yeah,
But we're back now. So let's get into it, man. Another installment of the Down Bad Award, man. Let's my Down Bad Award is to someone who never really got the Down Bad Award, probably ever in their life. My Down Bad Award winner, Patrick Mahomes, man.
yeah,
Brother, brother, brother.
yeah,
You was out of pocket. You was out of character in the press conference and on the sideline, man. I ain't never seen you act like that. You cool, calm, and collected. Like even when you show emotion, it's never anger.
yeah,
And the fact that Tony was so egregiously offsides, it was nothing to argue.
yeah. Wasn't debatable.
It was not debatable. You're you're an MVP. You got 2 Super Bowls. No one cares that you're sad. No one cares that you feel like your team got cheated
Yeah,
by a bad call. Because guess what? A bad call got you your last Super Bowl, buddy.
yeah,
So my man was talking about the legacy, the Hall of Fame career of Travis Kelce. Brother, get a grip, man. Get a
yeah,
grip.
yeah.
Ah, yeah. That's
Just out of character.
yeah. That's my down bad. Who you got?
Um, I'm not gonna go into the season we've had as a team, but I'm gonna touch on our owner because we've talked plenty of times about on the field how the product is crap. I was about to use another word.
I mean,
Um, David Tepper, man, I gotta say it, man. You down real bad, bro, because you are
Bad.
getting run through the mud by every media outlet in the world, not just in the Carolinas, but also by ESPN, NFL Network, CBS, Fox, all these channels and networks that play our games or play football games on TV. Like they are just covering the Panthers and just being so negative.
Oh yeah, he
You look
getting
on
cooked.
every YouTube channel that does a football podcast or some nature of that, and they are just negatively bashing him, how he made horrible decision after horrible decision. You shouldn't have traded up to number one and gave up what you gave up. You should have just stood pat. You shouldn't have hired Frank Reich. You should have kept Steve Wilkes. I mean, the list goes on and on, man.
Yeah, we don't.
And the fact,
Yeah, well, yeah,
the
we
fact,
we won't have enough time to go through all of what this man has done.
yeah.
He,
To cut it short and keep it
he-
simple from here on out, yeah, he's my down bad award because this man can't catch a break, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any better. And yeah, I he's down bad, and it ain't gonna get better. He's gonna be down bad for a while.
yeah. Um. Also, real quick, this is just a quick another down bad award. It's a first three-peat, guys, three-time winner. Not three-time winner. Three. We giving out the award three times here, folks. Brandon Staley, down bad. This is
Mm,
it, brother. This is
yeah, he
it.
done.
This is
He's
it.
he's out the door. Come
Yeah.
Black Monday, first Monday after NFL's Week 18,
Oh yeah.
he
Get
getting
ready.
fired.
Get ready to join Matt Rule in Nebraska, buddy. I hope you can teach them
Yep,
cover too. It's over.
yep.
Uh,
hmm He's done, bro. He is
yeah.
done. And they lost Justin Herbert for the year.
Damn,
Done.
brother. Easton Stick. What a name.
They might lose every game the rest of the year.
What a name.
And no Keenan Allen tomorrow night either.
This day extracts a heavy toll. Shout
Yeah,
out to Thanos. He's just taking everything away. Um,
yeah.
yeah. Enough of that. Well, folks, we have a new, very, very brand new segment we're going to do. This is the first time we're doing it. Um, as you may have recalled, if you've been paying attention to us, you've been rocking with us from day one. In the off season, we made some we had some takes. We made some outlandish
Yep.
statements. And
Yep.
some of them uh came back and bit us in the ass, folks. Just to, simple and plain. Uh we want to have that opportunity to walk some of those statements back. So this segment is called, walking it back. Um, my choice for walking it back is pretty clear. Um, in the offseason, I said Brock Purdy sucked. I said he
And he
stinks.
was overrated.
I said Sam Darnold was the most talented quarterback on their roster.
Oh God.
I would like the opportunity to walk that back. Brock Purdy, my bad, big dog. Since I said that, he only went to, I don't know, be in the MVP discussion, have over 20 touchdowns, 7 picks, lead his team to like the number one seed in the NFC. That was a bad take. Good night. That was bad.
Yeah. It just proves how valuable he was to them and why they lost the NFC title game last year.
Yeah,
They would at least been more competitive if they had him.
yeah. And
So
also a little walk back. I also said Will Levis sucked, and he went on
yeah.
to cook us. So
I'm guilty too.
yeah.
I
Well,
said he was the one quarterback I didn't want.
yeah.
And right now he's the one quarterback I do want.
Yeah, yeah. Will, I apologize, brother. I apologize. Uh, Brock Purdy, I apologize. I was just bashing white quarterbacks all year, all off season. And that's not indicative of who I am. So I just want to take this opportunity to apologize. I'm walking both of those back. I'm walking them back.
Yeah. My walk it back is I was very bold and hot take-ish at the beginning of the year, and I had said that the Carolina Panthers were going to be the best team in the NFC South. We were going to win the NFC South. And yeah, That did not happen, has not happened, and we suck. We are the worst team in the NFC South, not the best team in the NFC South. So I would like to walk it back and say that that never happened, and I did not say that,
Yeah.
and that we need to focus on rebuilding and continue to rebuild and go from there. So thank you. My name is Thomas Hodges, and I am a Panther addict.
Mhm. And buddy, I think we're about a year away from walking them back the fact that we said that Bryce Young was the most talented quarterback in the draft. We're about 1 year away, man. I don't want to do it now because
Yeah.
circumstances, but
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Also, want to send a quick apology to Mike McCarthy. I probably didn't say anything about him on air, but I said it off air. So I just want
Oh
to
yeah,
say,
you was running his name through the mud.
yeah, I apologize, brother. I apologize. Yeah,
Welp.
yeah. That was walking back, folks. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, but you will be seeing us very, very soon. Like I said, I'm going to the Panthers Falcons game. I would like to, record a show after that to, report my findings and
Hey,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. You got anything to say to the people?
Nope.
All right,
I'm
keep
all good.
keep liking, keep
Keep
subscribing.
pounding.
Yep. Oh, no. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep checking us out on YouTube and everything where you get your podcast from, folks. See you next time.
Peace.